So the next thing I would like to show you and really discuss is a so-called landing page. What is the first purpose of a landing page? So as you can see in this web page, nothing is really running up and running, but we have a blog post and there is a test blog post, where you write about something. And on the main page, you have just like also things you want to tease your audience. But what is really a landing page about, right? And you have to understand when you are thinking about a specific topic, a specific market and niche you have, and you want to help people, right? And think about your homepage, for example, just has one page only, right? Then what would you put on that page? It would be a page in which you try to tease your audience, and it would be a page where you try to get your audience from your storefront into your shop. So I always compare like, so to speak, a landing page, like if you're in a shopping mall and you have a storefront in a big retail space, right? I mean, you want to make sure that you have a really great storefront and you target your audience so that people feel like, hey, wait a minute, this is amazing, this is so cool, I would like to see more about it, right? And in the digital world, it's a landing page that you build for the purpose, not directly to sell. That's not the purpose. It's the purpose is to generate a really, really great lead. And you want to collect that lead and then later on work with that lead and engage and help and offer a service or fix problems, etc. for that specific market in order to sell later on and offer your products or services, okay? And at the beginning, maybe lots of bloggers are getting also kind of confused because, hey, I do SEO, I write blog posts, and I'll bring people on my website, right? Well, that's great. But you also need to make sure that the front end of your web page is ready for collecting leads, right? And you need to know how to do that. So I want to show you now what is doable and how can you actually create landing pages very, very simple. I showed you before when we installed it, and you can clearly still see this page is completely raw. You see everything from scratch. This is all like test. It's not indexed or anything. Right now we don't need that, and only two things we have is a test blog and basically the front page, right? That's about it. But now it's time to look into that. If I would start even without SEO, collecting traffic and so on, if I would start immediately advertising, and no matter if you do it with Google or with Facebook or any other ads you're running, you bring people to your webpage and to the front store, so to speak, and you want to make sure that they see something that is really intriguing and that speaks to your audience, right? So you don't want to miss that. And I always bring this up with a super simple example. It doesn't really matter. I mean, imagine you want to sell them one single item, one single thing, right? It doesn't matter. And even if it's a pencil, it really doesn't matter. Think about it. If it's a stupid pencil, right? How could you set up this particular landing page so that somebody on this specific landing page is actually signing up into your automation funnel in the background so that you can engage and work with him? So I want to show you, I'm using actually here a plugin. You see also here install plugins. I'm using so-called Thrive, okay? And Thrive has a bunch of different plugins. That goes like from Thrive, it's called like Thrive Architect, to Thrive Comments, to Thrive Leads. And this is also what we have been talking about, Thrive Quiz Builder, and so on. And the reason why I'm using Thrive, it's pretty clear because they really understand building landing pages, right? So that's the whole purpose about it. And I want to show you how you can actually build a landing page for your storefront to make sure that you can collect then leads and what specific tools they have, okay? So yes, that plugin is required, of course, in order to move on here. but it's super important. It's just like without that, I would not really know how I could do this any better. And I tested lots of other products. So what do we start with? First, you want to create a new page, right? That's what you do. And then here you see already here there's the Launch Thrive Architect Builder included. And no matter what you are going to sell right now, right? I mean, this could be, I bring up a stupid example, maybe the pencil, right? And no matter what you want to basically pitch to your audience, you bring it on this landing page. And once you do this, you can publish it immediately, because keep in mind, we have it anyways all de-indexed. So we are blocking the crawling Google robots so far for crawling our page. And then you can see here, basically the URL or the permalink is immediately papas.marketing/pencil. So this would be basically the start. And all I'm going to show you right now is when you jump straight into Thrive Architect, then you click this button and then you get this user interface here, and that's all by drag and drop, drag and drop. And when you start working, you know, you see like, oh, this is just my regular page layout, right? And this is true. You could also build within here, and you could do a paragraph, blah, 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 and do something. And you see it's a little different than the actual WordPress user interface, of course. But, you know, I don't even do this. For this demo, I show you what you can do that goes really fast and quick. You can click on templates. So you click here on the page setup and then choose a landing page template. And then you can see that Thrive already built for you templates that you can use for your storefront. And of course, you can customize this, and you can, you know, change the colors, the font types, and so on. Whatever really you like, that's then up to you. But that focus here is not about, it's not a design challenge. It's not about that, you know, you become the best designer or anything. No, it's much more, or absolutely just about really creating and understanding pages and their functionality, so that you really have, so to speak, an understanding what's the difference between a landing page, a sales page, the blog posts, and so on. But this is all about a landing page, right? So, and as you can see, there is, for instance, here a theme. It's called Know-How, a video lead generation, right? So that speaks already for it. There is a lead. The purpose of this page is to generate leads with the video. And there is another one, it's called Know-How Lead Generation page. So there is no video, anything. This is a sales page. This is already different. And then you have welcome page to a know-how course or whatever. And we don't actually need that. But I just say, like, you know, if I find somewhere a landing page here, I'm going to pick this here as a demo, and we can just roll with it, right? So I choose the template, I click on it, and then you see it's charging, so to speak. It's loading that specific template, right? And as you can see in this specific template, there is no navigation menu bar or anything like this. And this is not because it's like we forgot about it. No, this is just because it's fully on purpose. You want to make sure that the audience has full attention to that specific content, what you have here in your video, whatever you have to say, right? And this could be like, hey, look at this pencil. You have never seen that pencil before, or whatever. It could be a magic pencil, right? That writes, I don't know, with the special ink, or is like invisible, or can do magic tricks. Whatever the pencil can do, it is your storefront, and you decide what you put into the storefront and how you want to sell that specific pencil, for instance, right? But the goal is, of course, that you will not sell on this particular landing page here. There is no way. You will not, and this is not the purpose. The landing page, keep this in mind, is made, or the purpose for the landing page is that you collect leads. So first of all, you click Save, and you can also preview how this looks like. So this is now, on papas.marketing, and the URL is basically called like pencil, so /pencil, and this is what you see. Now, when you click on this button, look what's happening, right? when you click on this button, then this is exactly what you want to have. You want to tease your audience, so somebody is interested, whatever you pitch in that video. That can be a magic pencil trick video, whatever. But you want to make sure that somebody is so interested that he says, you know what, I want to see more about this pencil or whatever you show here. And the whole purpose is then that somebody, when he clicks on it, signs up with his email address, but not just with his email address, and I'll show you this later then why it's so important. You always want to collect email plus cell phone number. And I'm a crazy huge fan about cell phone numbers, and the name is not even as important than the cell phone number or the email. So my priority in collecting leads is like cell phone number is number 1 priority, email is number 2, and 3 is maybe the first name. That's all what you need. But that is basically the purpose of a landing page. So that means you want to make sure that this person can be reached also after he was visiting your website, either through text message or through email, right? And of course, there are other options where you could also run some leads through Facebook Messenger and so on. But keep in mind, the most important thing is the cell phone number, because the cell phone numbers is something where you can send out text messages even if they're not opening their email, and you can still talk to your audience. You can outreach to your audience and you can actually reach them. And the open rate with text messages on the cell phones is usually higher than by email, because with email you can lose a big chunk of your leads. Imagine when you have paid advertising and you don't collect that, you can use a huge chunk of those leads, and then you paid for that lead, but you can't even reach them anymore. So that would be a horrible, horrible loss, right? So you really want to make sure that you have this implemented. And then here's another thing. You see already here, free, sign up now and get started with this free download. What is usually good is if you give the audience an incentive. So that means when you start basically collecting leads, it is always the best if you have either a free tool somebody can use, right? If you offer something for free and you can tell them, hey, if you sign up right now, or if you want to have let's say a free guide, right? Or a free video lesson, or a short trick, a free trick I can show you right now, or a specific list or whatever, right? Then you know what, click here and get the list, right? But after he clicks that button, you ask for his cell phone number, the email, and then his name, and you say like, hey, if you enter this, I'll send you immediately the free sample. It's ready for download, okay? So, and that's what you have to understand. This is super, super important. And that's all at the beginning, what you have to know about a landing page. Also what you see here, like why you will love this course or whatever, this is about a digital course, of course, you know, learn amazing new skills with this free video course in only 7 days. And the goal of the title and subtitle is to get the visitor to watch the video, of course. So they also speak to you already and say like, look, make sure that full attention is set here to the video, and then your goal and your end goal is that people are signing up and becoming a lead, right? Now, I want to show you then what's happening after somebody clicks on this. What should actually happening? Where can you store an email address, a cell phone number, and his name, and how can you collect that data, and what can you do with this later on? This is super, super important. And there isn't so much more to show and to see on this one here. Of course, you can change landing pages on the fly. That means you load different change landing page templates, and then you could go back here and you could say, you know what, I just don't like that theme. I can also you can sort through like landing page here, lead generation, this would be the one. And then you see all the lead generation landing page templates you can choose from, and you can implement on a click, with one click on your web page. So for instance, this is flat 2 lead generation page, whatever. So I click on it just so you can see how quick that goes. And then this is basically stock procrastinating. Sorry, I don't even know what's that about. But as you can see, if I would basically save this template here right now and then I refresh and look at it, it's basically the same. You see, like, somebody, yes, they want to get unstuck. Somebody is stuck, right? And he wants to get unstuck, and then he can put in his name and email. And that's just a different template. And of course, you can change those templates on the fly and change this to your colors and the layout you like to have and so on. And this is just like whatever you feel like is the best for you, okay? So I will not show you here any crazy more stuff because you can look through this by yourself then. But the most important thing is that you understand it's your storefront. You want to make sure that you tease people and you give something away for free, okay? If you give something away for free, this is usually a really good so-called lead magnet, because people have then a tendency to say, hey, I get a cheat code for the latest video game, or there is a cool strategy for a video game that I can become the #1, or I get a free ebook, or I get a free video, or I get some free candies, or a free pencil. It really doesn't matter. But whatever you have to give away that helps people already with the problem, fixing a problem, and you help people with that, right? Then you're on the right track. And of course, it wouldn't make any sense if you have here a landing page, okay? And then that particular landing page, what you choose, has from the content nothing to do, I would say it now, with the product or the service you have to offer. So what I'm trying to say is, like, if you would pick here now this video sales, the video lead landing page, right? And you talk about, I don't know, on this, that a video course, well, that's very unspecific here. But let's say if you would talk in your video about selling a pencil, right? And then you have a free giveaway about a complete different product that has nothing to do with the pencil. And let's say you sell books about elephants, right? Then it's completely off topic, and the people who would land on your page, they would say, like, wait a minute, that's not even related to each other, so what the hell is this? And they will bounce off and they will close this and will say, like, well, wrong topic, right? But I think you understand now what a landing page is. That's the whole purpose, to understanding how easy you can build one and craft one. So that's about landing page, and I hope to see you in the next video.